Mr. Lobo here at Times Square for the Sleepless Knights Podcast. We are ready to light up our jumbo scoreboard. As you know, our primary goal is 1,074 listeners on Patreon. And thanks to your monthly support, our total number of patrons comes to... maybe the sign's broken. People, as you know, the Sleepless Knights Podcast, hosted by Mr. Lobo of Cinema Insomnia and that pantsless producer over here, Paul Sanders of Bestow TV, is weird, fun, experimental, obtuse, and thought-provoking. If quality programs mean something to each of you and you enjoy being a fly on the wall for our 3 a.m. conversations, please support the show monthly on Patreon. Take out your phones right now. Patreon.com/Sleepless Knights Podcast for $4 or more a month and help us reach our goal. That's patreon.com/SLEEPLESSKNIGHTSPODDcast. Now that's only one D in podcast, even though we still emphasize the I.
Hey, where's everyone going?
They're all going home to sign up with us on Patreon. You're not dreaming. You're listening to the mighty, mighty Non-Denominational Anniversary episode to the left. Not quite. No, that doesn't quite work. The Non-Denominational Anniversary episode to the left. Yeah, I might say it like that. Maybe I'll drop the mighty, mighty. Maybe that's too much. The non-denominational, that's a mouthful. The Non-Denominational Anniversary episode to the left. Okay. And then this is our, was it 2-year anniversary. Oh, that's right. 2 years. It'll be 2 years and or 6 years, depending on if we're going on manoseconds, what dimension you're in.
Right. And I mean, to me, it's already felt like 9 years. So
yeah. So anyhow, so Paul and I are getting ready. Paul, the pantsless producer, who's still in deep space.
Right.
We've been doing this show for almost 2 years /6 years, depending if it's podcast time versus Earth time versus the dimensional time shift to the left, or wherever you are. Results may vary, but I guess we're just counting in episodes on a weekly basis. Next week's episode would actually be our 2 years. So we're practicing right now and kind of planning and trying to get everything together so we can actually have a good show for you for our anniversary show, which is going to be amazing. So maybe we could take some ideas from you as to what we're actually going to do next week.
Well, I want to break something to you. We've actually been recording for the past 2 minutes, and
what?
We're actually doing the episode this week. Surprise!
What? What? Surprise? What? Surprise what? Surprise
We're
what?
doing it
What?
now. It's
Now?
now.
We're doing
right now.
What are we doing now? What exactly are we doing now? The 2 year /6 years whatever timeline anniversary is today?
Yes, we're doing it
This
today.
episode. We've already started.
We've already started.
I mean, we were nice and sneaky so that you didn't know. So it would be a big surprise to you and our guests if we did it now. And we're doing it now. We've got a lot of things scheduled. I mean, we only have an hour show, but it's going to be jam-packed.
I cannot believe this. This is that's a terrible surprise, especially when I'm supposed to be part of this. I don't know what exactly I thought we were going to talk about today, what we were going to do for the anniversary.
Well, we're talking now, and you better kick this show in the ass. So ready in 3, 2, 1.
All right. You're not dreaming. This is not the non-denominational wait. Oh God. This is not the Don Johnson. Okay, here we go. This is not the non-denominational anniversary episode to the left. This is the non-denominational anniversary to the left. This is not. Let me try that one more time. This is not a non-denominational anniversary to the left. This actually is the non-denominational anniversary episode to the left for the Sleepless Knights of Insomnia. It's a total surprise to everyone, mostly me, that it's actually today.
It's probably not a surprise to the listeners. They probably already saw that coming down the chart. They probably already saw that on the list. They probably already did the math and were like, 52 and 52, 104. So.
Yeah, and I guess it's probably the name of the episode.
Right. Yeah. It's in
so
there
they probably know going in that it already is. I didn't know it was the whatever the hell it is. I didn't know that it was that today. Okay, so I hope you've got some things planned.
We've got a lot of things planned.
You've got a show.
Yeah, I've got a show. I mean, what's that rattling? What's going on here?
I thought we were gonna have a leisurely planning thing. I have some iced tea here. I mean, if you ever put blueberry pancake syrup in your iced tea?
Nah, it sounds gross. Who drinks iced tea?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Who would do that? That's something that the decoy under the porch does.
Right.
So I wouldn't drink anything like that.
Speaking of the decoy, I gave him a bunch of letters to send out. So we've got a list of people. So you ready to hear who we have for the show?
Okay, so you trusted the disgusting imp that lives under my porch that is your semi-clone to put together the roster for our anniversary, and you didn't consult me on any of it?
Well, I mean, A, it was supposed to be a surprise, and B, I can't do all that stuff from where I'm at, and Abacus is not able to do any of that either. So I had to work with him. He had to be. I did a trust fall. I did a trust fall on somebody that's a foot shorter than me. And so he sent out all the letters. I emailed him.
I don't know how you do a trust fall with something that doesn't wear pants.
I don't know if you're referring to me or him, but moving on. We have, all right, get this, ready? We have Miss Mittens Prime.
Miss Mittens Prime?
So we have the vegetable mittens.
Okay.
Veggie mittens.
All right. Well, good. I'm glad she's going to be useful for a change. We haven't had her on the podcast in a while, so that's great.
We have Miss Mittens Kong, so we get both versions.
Wait! You get both versions of Miss Mittens? That seems like that must have involved some super science to make that possible.
Yeah, but what we learned from the last time: don't let them touch each other, because we'll end up in another universe to the left of the left,
further to the left. Maybe. Or perhaps maybe a step back. We'll be in the universe one step behind.
Right. One step to the left and one step to the right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the time warp, right? Mm-hmm. Hey, we'll be a jump to the left and a step to the right.
Yes.
Okay, so Mittens Kong's coming.
Mittens Kong.
We really haven't heard from her in a while.
Right. I mean, I guess I assume that you got that negotiation thing all sewn up so we can finally go forward with our drama, so. Maybe
one of the versions of me has, or perhaps Alan Smithee finally gave her that banana deal she's been asking for.
We have Aaron Lane, which that should have been a no-brainer.
Yeah, I guess so. He's just upstairs. So, yeah, okay. That makes sense. We could get him. It's good to have Aaron on the show, hopefully saying more than just it sucks.
Well, maybe he'll just show up and say it sucks anyway. So, it is Aaron. Of course, we've got Dixie Delamorto. I mean, she should have been on the top of the list. I don't know how Miss Mittens Prime. I don't know how she ended up four people down the list, but Dixie's going to be on the show. That pantsless decoy.
Okay, well that'll be fun. All the usuals. That's great.
Of course, Wendy Sows.
Wendy's coming over?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great because we get so many shirts here that need counting. I mean, I have no idea how many shirts we have.
And then we're gonna go blast of the past. I mean, because we've got 2 and or 6 years to look at. So we've got all these guests, these special guests. We brought them all back. So we've got Penny Dreadful, Fred Decker,
Penny,
Eric Miller.
Wait, Fred,
Dr. Frankenstone, Dash Daring,
Eric Miller, Dash Daring, Dr. Frankenstone. All of our guests from before.
Yes.
Come on, really? They all are coming back?
Mm-hmm. I mean, all the Miss Bob Fests, every single one of them.
Melissa Tapley and. Mm-hmm. Suzanne Ferner and Alex Dahl And are we? Wow, that's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
All our previous Miss Blobfest.
Mm-hmm. We've got Joseph Figured from Isle of Comics. He's coming in. Long hike for him, but yeah.
Joseph Figured is coming. I'm surprised because he can be a little grumpy. I didn't think he even liked us, really.
Well, I mean, it's kind of weird. He actually didn't RSVP, so I'm actually not 100% sure.
Okay, so Joe might not be coming.
Joe might not be here, but Corey Maccabee will be here.
Oh, wow. Corey Maccabee. That's incredible. I can't, Paul, how did you even organize all this?
That's it. I mean, that's it. I mean, you put, like, you don't trust that pantsless decoy, but, I put some trust in this pantsless decoy, and we get shit done. I mean, we get Corey Maccabee and Sleazy P on the same show.
Sleazy P
People
Martini.
are going to go bananas.
Sleazy doesn't even return my calls, and he's going to be on the show for this?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, are we going to have to are we going to have to? We're going to have to go long tonight, right? I mean, this show's probably going to have to be a double length show or something to fit all these people.
I mean, we learned our lesson last year with that double length show that people are like, wait a minute, You're saying this is episode 52, but it's 2 episodes, so you're actually making us listen to 52 and 53. So, your numbering is all wrong. And I'm like, no. It's 52A and it's 52B. It's like an A side and B side of a record.
Yeah.
But nope, the internet, they want to tear me down. And they're like, nope, this is 52 and 53. You're not bullshitting us. So I've learned my lesson. We're just going to keep this into one episode.
Okay, so this is going to be quick. We're going to have everyone on, have them off. They're going to come on and do their congratulations and then move on. Wow.
They're just going to keep on going.
Wow.
I mean, we've queued up. I've sent over the files to Abacus, and she's picking up some flashback scenes of our most memorable moments that we're gonna roll in and out in between our commercial breaks.
Abacus? Does that? She's been running hot all day. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So she's trying to queue up all those. I mean, I kind of wish that I was part of the process there, picking what our most memorable moments are.
I mean, it's hard to keep. If I told you and you picked it, it wouldn't be a surprise. I know this is a tough concept, but it's we were just trying to surprise you and give you the biggest gift.
I see. This is a surprise for Mr. Lobo.
This is the gift to Mr. Lobo.
I'll try to be a little more gracious.
Keeps on giving.
I'll try to be a little more gracious. Well, thank you so much for surprising me.
I mean, there's still more. I've got a couple more. I got more things to tell you.
I can't believe this.
I mean, I know the fans aren't going to be able to get into this, but we've got catering by Grandpa Nana Giorgio Armani corn chips. They're bringing a corn chip based cake. Sounds disgusting as hell.
Grandpa Nana's corn chips have made it. They're making cakes.
They're making
now?
a cake. I'm sure you can chip your teeth on it.
Oh boy! Really, I had to file down one of my teeth because I broke the front of my tooth on one of those Grandpa Nana chips. Just with like a nail file. I don't have dental, so I might have to skip the cake. But that does sound cool. Maybe we'll just I don't know. We'll just take pictures of it or something.
And then we're gonna have a mystery guest right at the tail end. I was told that the Pantsless Decoy found somebody super special that we'd all be stoked out. So I don't even know who the mystery guest is.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna get a mystery guest.
Wow, and a mystery guest.
But that is not going to be. That's not the icing.
Paul, this is unbelievable. This is totally ridiculous. I can't believe this. That all of this is going to happen in one show.
The icing on the Grandpa Nana Giorgio Armani corn chip cake.
Where does the Giorgio Armani come from?
I don't know. It's been there forever. I just roll with it. But I had to go to Alan Smithee for this. I had to trust this with Alan Smithee. And I mean, basically, he said because if I did it and I ran any more bills on his credit card, he was going to send my ass deeper into space. But he got Devo.
What? Devo?
Right, Devo.
Devo. My favorite band in the whole world. Right, Devo. You got them on the show. Paul, come on now. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Segment 4, we're going to bring Devo in. They're going to play us out. They're going to play your song. They're going to play your song, and we're going to go out.
They're going to play the theme?
Yep.
Oh, they're going to play the Lobo A Go-Go theme by Mars. They're going to do a cover of the theme song.
Correct.
Oh, my God. That's unbelievable.
See, this is why we wanted to surprise you,
Oh, well, I just can't. I mean, I can't handle all. I mean, my brain is just spinning. I can't. I got to have more of this. key here.
So I have one more thing. You know, we're at the end of our time limit here, but we have to go to a commercial break. But I want you to know one thing, that this commercial break has already been preempted by the Council for Human Consumption.
So in honor of our anniversary, the High Council of Human Consumption have copyright striked and blocked all our breaks in advance.
Yeah. So we don't have to even waste time with the breaks. We'll just insert a break here.
That fantastic. Well, I guess that saves us time. That saves them. They don't have to send out those bots and those cease and desists. They just block out the whole commercial break from go. Boy, that is going to be a time saver. Well, that'll hopefully give us a little more energy to be ready for these guests coming back with more of the non-denominational. What is it now? Non-denominational. We'll be back, and I'll try to figure out what to call this thing after this.
Greetings, this is Mr. Lobo from the future. In this space would have been for pure entertainment and funny purposes. However, it has been found by the High Council for Human Consumption that the artists from the Sleepless Knights are bankrupting the original copyright holder of. We're so sorry to the High Council for Human Consumption. May we praise you for keeping the public safe from malicious attempts usurping 60-plus-year-old copyrights to something that may not even be in the public eye anymore. Our bad for trying to pull a fast one. You caught us, and we have removed, so we can place our show back onto the airwaves. Thank you for your patience. Back to the show.
You're not dreaming, Mr. Lobo. You're wide awake, and you're listening to the non-denominational episode left on the anniversary. I want to introduce you to our first guest. You know, the most obvious guest that it should be, Dixie Delamorto.
Oh, Dixie. Oh, there you are, Dixie. Wow. Thanks for coming on the show.
Howdy.
So I bet you're really excited that we've been doing this for 2 years, huh?
Oh, you've been 2 years today?
Yeah, it was today. I thought it was next week, but yeah, it is actually today.
That might be my fault. I might have put that on the calendar wrong. I don't know. I'm sorry about that.
All right. Well, it's all weird anyway, because it's either 2 and or 6 years, depending if it's like podcast years or real years.
So like dog years?
And then there's the whole like kind of what's the thing like the manoseconds, and we're in one dimension over to the left. And
yeah. So I mean, honestly, every day's our anniversary, right? Somewhere in a string universe.
Yeah,
string theory.
That's right. That's an interesting kind of holistic approach. Every day is your anniversary.
Right.
Somewhere.
Oh, hold on. Excuse me. Sorry about that.
Dixie's making some noise from her pants.
Hello? Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Right. Yeah. Oh, just hold on. I'll be right there.
What's going on?
Mittens Kong is stuck in traffic. I gotta go get her.
Mittens Kong's in traffic. How does a gorilla get stuck in traffic?
I don't know. She doesn't even have a car.
Okay.
So,
well, I guess we got to get her quickly because we got to have her on the show before the end of the show.
All right. Yeah, I'll do. Bye.
Yeah, she was supposed to be the next guest. So.
Oh, shit.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Dixie. That's my wife, Dixie. She's helping out. As always.
Let me make a quick change here because Mittens Kong was supposed to be next.
Okay. So we're gonna have to shuffle things around. Everyone, sorry about that.
Let's shuffle her around. And why did Dixie even have her phone on anyway? That's kind of unprofessional.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then let's move on to the next guest. How about Miss Mittens Prime? Is she there? She should be in the room with you. Is she present?
Miss Mittens Prime is not anywhere. Miss Mittens Prime is gone. She could be in the bar, maybe.
Okay.
I could call the bar. I could call the bar. I could call a bloody cue card and see if she's there having a couple of drinks.
All right. Well, make it quick. We're running out of time.
Okay. Hold on. Maybe. Dixie walked out with the phone. I'm gonna have to find a phone so that I can call the bloody cue card and see if Miss Mittens is there having a drink Maybe Abacus can. Well, Abacus seems like she's busy trying to get those clips spun out. Boy, she's working hard.
That's okay. You know what? Let's move on. We're burning too much time.
Okay.
Here. So
all right.
Let's get Aaron in. Why don't we bring him in?
Okay. All right. Aaron. Hey, Aaron, you want to come down and be on the podcast? Aaron? I don't know. I think he's in his room, but
all right.
He's not really responding.
All right, let's see here. Hold on.
I mean, maybe his air conditioner's on.
Well,
could be loud.
According to my notes here, Wendy, she couldn't get off work, so
damn it, they are working her like a slave. You know, I mean, why are all our people getting honest work? It's like they won't do all the stuff that we need them to do for free anymore.
Well, that's not the end of it. It appears that Penny Dreadful, Fred Decker, and Eric Miller all canceled on us.
What?
Apparently, now, all the notes kind of read the same.
What?
So the printout I got from Gal here, they all kind of say that that pantsless decoy kind of showed up at their house, and he refused to leave. So he thought that was an open invitation to just hang out with them. So they don't want to be involved.
God, why did you send that disgusting imp to go invite our friends back onto the show? They're never going to want to be on here ever again. I
got some even worse news. So let's see here. Dr. Frankenstone, Dash Daring, and all the Miss Blobfests.
Yeah.
They never sent their RSVPs, so I don't even have they never got back to me, so I don't even think that.
Oh God, this is stupid.
I'm gonna try to figure out. I'm gonna try to look up what happened with those letters and why they didn't get back. Because I mean, Joseph Figured never got back either.
Well, he's not. We knew he wasn't coming from Go. I mean, that guy hates me.
But we do have our next guest on the show, and I mean, this is kind of unfortunate because of what I just went through. But here's that pantsless decoy.
Oh Jesus!
Is this thing on?
You're the last person I want to see, pantsless decoy. The last person. I mean, I didn't even know today was our anniversary before 20 minutes ago, but now I'm thoroughly disappointed because it's a mess. No one is here.
Well, I tried to get, Penny Dreadful and Fred Decker and stuff. I mean, they got really nice stuff, by the way. You should see their houses, like freaking just huge and elaborate. I mean, Penny has like a crap ton of like He-Man stuff, and
I don't know why you would go over to Penny's house. I've never even been to Penny's house before. What makes you think you could just go over there?
Well, because the other Paul gave me directions. He gave me all the things to give them.
I mean, how did you even get there? You don't have a car. How do you even get anywhere?
A lot of hitchhiking.
Oh God! Who lets a pantsless imp into their car?
Well, a lot of them weren't even aware that I was there. I mean, I kind of sat on the bumper or, whatever. But
this is like a gremlin on the wing sort of situation.
But like if you see on this envelope right here, like here's Dr. Frankenstone's address.
Yeah.
And like on this envelope, Dash Daring. I couldn't find these addresses and stuff, but on all these envelopes here, they have their names and addresses. So that's how I found them all.
I see. Great. Fantastic. Good. Wonderful. I'm sure they'll never talk to us again. So, good job. Wow. Okay. Well, at least you're here, pantsless producer. I don't even remember which episode you came in on. What was that? Abacus? Do you remember what episode pantsless dumb shit came on the show? Do you remember which one that was? Okay, looks like we're not getting anything out of Abacus. So these are the envelopes that you made to invite people to the show?
Right. This is everybody that should have RSVP'd.
So why do I have them? They obviously never got them if I'm holding them.
Well, I never found, I never got to their houses to hand deliver these, so I never got to them.
I mean, you don't have to hand deliver them. You just put them in the mailbox.
But how do I, I mean, I have all these Bib Fortunas that I'd like. I'd like to give them the envelope and a Bib Fortuna and, maybe see if I can bum a strawberry milkshake. Oh, by the way, I see that you're drinking that iced tea that I suggested.
Let's not talk about that right now. Don't talk about that. You don't need to talk about that.
I grew all those blueberry Tic Tacs myself.
So what, this syrup's made out of blueberry Tic Tacs? I thought it was blueberry pancake syrup.
Well, it's blueberry Tic Tacs mixed in with pancake syrup.
Oh, God. Wow, good, right? That is disgusting.
It's awesome.
I thought it was at first, but I don't know. My stomach doesn't quite feel the same way about it. All right, so okay, so we never mailed the letters out. They never got them. They never RSVP'd. They're not coming, basically, in a nutshell, right? Is that what I'm to understand?
Well, I mean, now that you said that I should mail them, maybe I'll mail them like quickly. Maybe I'll just step out real quick and I can stick them in the mailbox, and maybe they'll. They
won't get there fast enough.
As soon as I put them in the mailbox, they can call the RSVP in, and
Don't you have a computer or something? I mean, couldn't we just email them or, Twitter or tweet them? I don't know.
I don't know
anything.
I don't know what any of that is.
Neither do I. But I feel like an email maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I mean, I could take all these envelopes and stick them in an email, I guess. And where do I stick the email?
Mind.
I mean, where do you put is there an email box on the corner of the street down the road by the post office?
Yeah. There might be. Why don't you just crawl inside it and see what happens?
Okay, I'll be right back. I'll go take care of this real quick.
Oh boy. I wish, Paul, that you never made a decoy of yourself.
Well, that wasn't really my choice, but I'm kind of regretting this moment. I mean, this was supposed to be a big surprise and everything, but did Alan Smithee make the decoy to replace you on Earth while you were gone? Is that how he happened? I guess. I don't know. The second episode of the pod drama hasn't been written yet, so I don't know how that's supposed to happen. I mean,
I'm noticing a pattern. There's a definite pattern happening here.
Yeah. Look at the bright side. I mean, we crashed and burned a little bit. I mean, we learned our lesson in segment 2. At least it's in segment 2. But I mean, we still have 3, 4, and of course the Patreon 5 to catch up. I mean, we get Corey Maccabee and Sleazy P coming up, right?
Yeah, and I really miss Corey Maccabee. He's been doing a lot. He's been raising money to save butterflies and stuff. He's been working on his movie. Mm-hmm. He's been doing his whole bit on the romantic sciences and all of his cool, weird space cowboy performance art stuff that he does. It'll be great to catch up with him. And I know things have been, crazy in New York, so right. I know that he's anxious to talk.
And it'll be great for Sleazy P to rip him off.
Yeah, Sleazy P will just come over. I don't know. Should we have those two guys in the same room together? I almost feel like Corey Maccabee's like the anti-Sleazy. Like they would probably both cancel each other out somehow. That might be too dangerous.
We might end up with 3 universes to the right.
Oh, boy.
Backwards.
I know. A quarter turn to the north.
But I'm sure we've got some more.
The universe 5 to the right, 2 to the left, and 6 to the right.
Right, 1 and 3 straight on to morning.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we've got this commercial break that has been preempted by the Council for High Human Consumption coming up. So.
Oh boy, I can't wait. That's the one thing I'm able to depend on is copyright strikes.
Greetings, this is Mr. Lobo from the future. In this space would have been for pure entertainment and funny purposes. However, it has been found by the High Council for Human Consumption that the artists from the Sleepless Knights are bankrupting the original copyright holder of we're so sorry to the High Council for Human Consumption. May we praise you for keeping the public safe from malicious attempts usurping 60-plus-year-old copyrights to something that may not even be in the public eye anymore. Our bad for trying to pull a fast one.
You're not dreaming. You're listening to the Non Denominational Anniversary Special. To the left. This is our 2-year /6 month /6 year or so. To the left. Your results may vary. Check your own dimension.
This is an epic non-denominational anniversary episode to
yeah,
epic.
I mean,
it's going down in the history books.
I hope so. We had a couple disappointments. The history books. That's right. Oh boy, it's funny because I was actually trimming my sideburns as we were talking about that. But we had we almost had some very exciting guests. I mean, Dixie was here for a moment. Is Dixie? Have you talked to Dixie? Has Dixie gotten a hold of Mittens Kong 2?
No, I mean, I haven't heard from
Kong 2, but I guess it's just Miss Mittens 2, which is Mittens Kong,
Mittens Kong, right. And I still haven't heard from Prime. Have you called over to the bar? Have you gotten Miss Mittens Prime? Do you track her down? No,
not yet. I have not. I was hoping that maybe Abacus could. Abacus is just kind of stuck in a K-hole. I mean, she's been trying to recall our memories from the past episodes. Right. Now that we're in the dimension to the left, are our memories going to be the same, or do they have to be? Or does she have to somehow recall episodes that are still in the dimension from the right to remember? Which dimension is she from? Did we bring her with us when we? I don't know. Like what? How did we? Because that we got here when Miss Mittens Prime and Miss Mittens Kong touched, right? Right. That's how we got into the dimension to the left. What came with us? Do we even know?
I don't know. I didn't take inventory, so I didn't take inventory before.
So we're not even 100% sure if this computer is Abacus from our own dimension or Abacus from this dimension.
As a matter of fact, the person that took inventory was that pantsless decoy. So you might have to get in touch with him and see what.
I can't talk to him anymore. I can't talk. Abacus, are you okay? Abacus. Hey, Aaron, you want to be on our anniversary special? Yeah, I'm recording right now.
What do you want? No, I'm good.
All right, Aaron says no, he's good. So, sorry, Paul. Aaron is, I guess, what are you eating dinner?
Junk.
All right, Aaron's eating some junk food, so he can't be bothered with our anniversary episode.
Okay.
Sorry, Paul.
Okay. I hate to throw a wrench in our operation, especially after how segment 2 went. Corey sent me an email. I got an email here. He must have gone right down to the post office and put it in the postage box. But there seems to be a conflict of interest between him and Devo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like he kind of doesn't want to be on the same show with Devo.
Really? I mean, I think what's weird, because I think they're both subgenius. I kind of feel like Devo and Corey Maccabee would really get along with each other, or maybe
vice versa.
Maybe it's because they're both in the subgenius. It's like a union thing. Only one subgenius act can be in the place at the same time, or
I don't know. How's Abacus coming with those flashbacks? Can we at least fill up some time
I guess
with
we
that?
could try. We could try one. Hey, Abacus, could you recall the time when we were? What's a good one, Paul? What's a good memory?
How about the time when we recorded on the Mississippi, when we were sailing down the Mississippi on that gambling barge?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Abacus, can you recall the episode where we were going down the Mississippi on the on the gambling barge, and then I was doing I was talking like a Southern gentleman for like half the episode.
Mm-hmm. And I was doing Valley Girl at the time because I misunderstood what was going on. I studied the wrong role. I didn't realize that Valley Girl and
yeah, I remember
barge
that.
on the Mississippi, but I mean, it was an awesome episode.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, it was interesting. It was like you were like, for sure, and I was like, I'll say, boy. It was like I was kind of like Foghorn Leghorn. I say. Yeah, it was.
You were like
something.
You were Foghorn Leghorn, and I was like what's her name from the Muppets?
Moon Unit Zappa. Janice.
Janice.
You were Janice
sure,
from the Muppets.
Man. Like
sure,
totally.
man. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Abacus anytime now.
How about the episode that we did from the Dark Side of the Moon? Is that
oh,
on? Is
right. Remember when
one?
we found the Nazi lunar base?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that was really interesting.
Right.
It was really, I mean, it wouldn't matter on the podcast. It was very dark.
Right.
And we was kind of stumbling around in there. And then there were like all these like kind of spaceships shaped like swastikas.
Right.
And then there were like these weird, kind of like, I guess they were corpses in uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of was, it was a very mysterious episode.
Right.
Because usually, we just do stuff in the studio or, but that was pretty interesting.
And then we had to make our escape from the zombie T-Rex clones that they were making there.
That's right. They were making the zombie T-Rex clones there. And, we just had to get the heck out. In fact, I feel like we ended that episode like a segment early.
Right.
If I remember that.
Well, that's because
correctly.
you had to climb up the shaft and Dylan had to come down the pole.
That's right. Dylan came down the pole and I went up the shaft.
Right. Dylan Mars. Dylan Greenberg Mars. I don't know why we had him with us, but...
well, I thought we was the whole space theme. We thought because it was the moon and Mars. I think that was the name of the episode. The Moon and Mars.
Moon and Mars.
Non-denominational Moon and Mars episode.
Right. Featuring Dylan Greenberg Mars.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Dylan Mars Greenberg.
Vice versa. Tomato.
Whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good one. Abacus. You just play the song that we did in that episode.
Nothing? Still nothing.
Because his band, remember, what was the name of Dylan Mars Greenberg's band? It was like Theopolis or Theology. Anyway, his band performed on that episode in the Dark Side of the Moon. Mm-hmm. And that was pretty fun. That was a great episode, actually.
Do you remember that time? Maybe Abacus can pull this up. The time that we accidentally resurrected Johnny Carson and he tried to take over the world. Is that episode anywhere to be found? That was
Johnny Carson.
That was a lost episode at one time.
We accidentally resurrected Johnny Carson. Well, we found one of Johnny Carson's ties.
Right.
And then we put it in that there was some like what was it? Some kind of like stain remover, experimental stain remover that we were using on the tie.
Right.
And
right. We brought it back from the moon base. And it reanimated some cells of Johnny Carson that were on the necktie. Mm-hmm. And then it only took like 2 segments or something. And we had a whole Johnny Carson standing. And then he was doing all his like regular funny jokes. And what's that thing? It's like... remember he did the Karnak thing and he had like the big what is that, turban on, and then he would hold he did this shtick where he held the card up to his forehead and he's like mop and glow, and then we opened it up and he says, what does a janitor do at Chernobyl? and then there was no Ed McMahon to laugh, and that made him really upset that there was no Ed McMahon to laugh at his crappy jokes. That's because I was over there. I was like, ho, 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 I'm the genie, and that just broke him.
He got really mad, and then he got insane, and then he tried to just take everything over. And it's weird because Johnny Carson's always so nice, but this Johnny Carson was terrifying. He was like a super villain. And then he got into that mechanical spider and started tearing everything apart.
Right.
That was actually I was actually scared for my life during that episode. Even though it was like a good episode, like from a listener's perspective, I really thought that was going to be our last episode.
Right.
Honestly.
Right. I mean,
honestly, I twisted my ankle on that episode. I don't know if I ever talked about it, but
no.
I did. I twisted my ankle pretty bad. It's still tender even now, and I'm gonna probably sprained it.
All right. Well, I got one that you probably remember. Do you remember that time when we put out an episode where we did a War of the Worlds, but we didn't host it, and like that made everybody irate?
No. Did we do that?
I'm not sure. I mean, if Abacus can't play it, then I guess it
Abacus,
didn't happen, right?
Did we ever play War of the World? Like, we didn't do a commentary or anything?
No, we just straight
we
up
didn't
like
set it up or no, we just
played
put
it for
on
Halloween,
some like
and it started World War III. It didn't. The World War III happened with the zombie dinosaurs and Johnny Carson.
I don't remember that at all. Though. I don't remember playing War. Why would we play War of the Worlds as an episode?
It seemed like a good idea at the time. It seemed like a good time at the idea.
Did any of this ever seem like a good idea?
I'm beginning to think if this episode didn't seem like a good idea. Because I just got a text message from Sleazy, and apparently, he's like, if Corey's out, I'm out. So apparently Sleazy P is out.
What?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I was
honestly
really looking forward to seeing Sleazy.
I mean, look on the bright side. Look on the positive side. We didn't think we were going to be able to fit all this into an hour-long episode, and with 40% of our guests gone, I think we can successfully get this into an episode now. I think we can. And we don't have to worry about the council like censoring Corey's songs. We don't have to worry about them censoring Sleazy P songs. Sleazy P is just going to sing Corey songs anyway. But we still have Devo, right?
Devo? Oh, sorry. I was kind of eating my feelings with this extra chewy iced tea. Well, that's good that Devo's still going to be here, because honestly, it's like without Devo, I kind of feel like the thing's a wash. I mean, I am excited that Devo's coming because, the rest of this kind of like was, it's a roller coaster. We thought honestly, I feel like we should have done all of this next week, because maybe that would have given everybody a little more time to do it.
We can eat away our depression, when the cake finally arrives. Our cake should be here for the next segment anyway, and we can just eat it all away. And
the corn chip cake.
Yeah,
I guess I'll try it. I'll try it.
We could use it to hold the door open and see what comes in too, whichever.
Maybe someone will jump out of that cake. Maybe Crystal will jump out of that cake.
Would she be able to?
Has anyone checked? Is there someone unconscious inside the cake?
Let me see where the cake is right now, and we'll figure it out.
Bring a hacksaw.
Greetings. This is Mr. Lobo from the future. In this space would have been for pure entertainment and.
All right. We've already heard this enough times. Let's just get right into segment 4.
Yeah, because honestly, even though that was kind of a cool thing that we didn't have to put any breaks together because they were automatically preempting the breaks, when none of the other stuff came through,
right, then
it's just sort of like a thorn in our side where it's like, it's just another burning thing where it's like, oh, here's another huge gaping hole in the show.
Gross.
That is not filled by content. Not filled by I'm ready to get it back into this drink here.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of gaping holes, you don't have to worry about the corn chips. They're actually, I just got off the horn with them, and they're actually scheduled to be here tomorrow.
So the corn chip cake isn't here till tomorrow.
Yeah. Papa Nana Giorgio said that they looked at the schedule. They said it was booked for tomorrow. I tried to surprise you by doing it today, but
that's typical. I mean, honestly, at this point, I guess that's typical, right? I wasn't really looking at the cake. Was the thing I was the least looking forward to.
Right.
Was the cake, because everything they make tastes like corn chips. First of all,
Right.
And then to make a corn chip cake, and almost redundant to make a corn chip cake because it's going to taste like corn chips whether it looks like a cake or not.
Right. Well, they make the corn chip soda, the soda, like as the commercial would say, the soda. And I mean, have you ever drank the soda? I mean, you're like, you just hear like everything peeing off your teeth when you like suck it up through the straws. Like,
good God.
It's like,
that sounds horrible.
It's kind of, I mean, it kind of sounds like what you're drinking on your end where you got to chew it. You know, it's like, it's the soda you can chew. I mean, maybe we should have had them do commercial. If we had them do a commercial, maybe the cake would have been here on time.
Maybe they felt a little slighted that we weren't really properly promoting them, and then maybe they thought they were going to get a commercial, and maybe that could have been part of it.
So I guess the only other thing that we have here is like we have this mystery guest. Who's the mystery guest? You know,
Who is the mystery guest?
We talked about him in segment 1. But we didn't talk about him ever again. You know, this is one of the things that was on the list. I talked about him.
Yeah, the mystery guest. Well, I mean, how can we talk about it if it's a mystery?
Right. So here's the mystery guest. Ready, mystery guest? Mystery guest, announce yourself. Hey, Mr. Lobo, can you unlock the door so I can come in?
Okay. I'm unlocking the door.
Yeah, I couldn't find that email box out there, but surprise, I'm the mystery guest. Yay.
What? We already had you on already.
Yeah. Well, you know, what better way to subvert expectations than to have me on early at the show and then have me as the surprise guest. Surprise!
It's not subverting someone's expectations if it sucks. Okay, I mean, subverting an expectation is always a welcome surprise. Should be a welcome surprise. I hate when they go, "Oh, we subverted the audience's expectations." Yeah, but you disappointed everybody, and this is one of those things. You've disappointed everybody by coming back here again. That was the highlight of the show when you left, and now you're here again, and it's just like this already was a shit show. Honestly, I would have been more pleased if the mystery guest didn't show up than it being the goddamn pantsless decoy again. You know, you're dribbling strawberry shake all over our floor, by the way.
I mean, that was the other mystery. That was the other surprise. I brought strawberry shake for everybody. I mean, it's a little half drunk. I'm sorry, I drank it on the way here, but
you're a little half drunk. I don't want it. Just take it with you.
Hey, why are you pushing me out the door?
Get out of here.
Hey,
Just get out. Just get out. Out.
Okay, but I'm keeping the Tic Tac tree.
Keep the Tic Tac tree. Oh, God. Paul, I am thoroughly depressed. I cannot believe, the only person other than my wife, who's still lost in traffic, by the way, I don't know. Oh, look. Oh, wait. I did find the other phone. I'm gonna call Miss Mittens here.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi. Is the bloody cue card? Yeah. Is Miss Mittens there at the bar? Yeah. Of course she is. Right. Yeah. Yeah. She's been drinking pretty hard tonight. Ooh, yeah? Had to pick her up off the floor and put her back on the stool a couple of times? Really? Wow. She's super drunk. Okay. So she's in no shape to drive, is that what you're saying? Okay, well, is there any way anybody can get her down to the studio? Because we're kind of doing a 20th anniversary thing of the podcast. Yeah, I have a podcast. I don't know. We've been doing it for like 2 years / 6 years. Yeah. You didn't know about it. Yeah, I guess maybe I should promote it better. I would if I was more proud of it, I suppose. But... Hello? He hung up. He hung up. I think Miss Mittens is a little too drunk to come home from the bar, so I think I'm obligated to go pick her up.
Well, I mean,
after the show.
Yeah, I mean, before you go. I mean, one thing has to go through here, right? And Alan Smithee wouldn't steer us wrong, right? So
I mean, he does own everything in the whole world. He has his own island and a space station, and I don't know. I mean, you think he'd come through for us once?
Right. And I mean, he went out of his way for Dehivo.
Dehivo? You mean Devo?
No, it says right here on my call sheet, Dehivo.
DEVO?
No, it says on here DHEE-VOGUE. Devahog. Devahog? Devahog.
What the hell is that? I don't know what that is. I don't that's obviously something else. That's not.
Yeah, well, haven't you heard they had like a #1 hit called Flog It?
No, this is like some sort of like weird generic off-brand band, but that's not Devo. Devo's song was their #1 hit was Whip It.
I mean, if you look them up on Devopedia, I mean they must be the Dimension to the Left's version of Dehivo.
I haven't checked. Does Devo even exist in the Dimension to the Left?
Yeah, they're called Dehivo.
Oh God, well, maybe they sound like Devo, I guess, but wow, that's something. This is our non-denominational anniversary special. 2 years. Are we closing this out with Dehivo?
Actually, I just got a message from your wife. They're the reason that Miss Mitten's Kong is stuck in traffic. They kind of wrecked the tour bus on the way here.
Oh God! So we don't even get to hear what Dehivo sounds like?
No, and I don't have any music slated for the ending, but I guess you and I could sing the song a cappella, and we could try better for year 3 and or 9.
Flog it.
You have been listening to the Sleepless Knights Podcast, or should we say, pODDcast. Emphasis on the odd. Our theme is by Mars Homeworld at Deadhouse Music. Our opening announcement is by Ophelia Necro. She does a radio show called Suicide Watch. And you could reach Mr. Lobo at cinemainsomnia.com, or find me on YouTube, YouTube/Mr. Lobo, MISTERLOBO. Mr. Lobo on Facebook, Facebook/MR.LOBO, or on Twitter, at Mr. Lobo, MISTERLOBO.
Or you can find myself, Paul Sanders, or better known as Bestow TV, at Bestow.tv, on YouTube /Bestow TV, on Twitter at BestowProd, PROD, and on Facebook, Bestow TV.
If you want to place an advertisement with this podcast, and gosh, why wouldn't you? We could be talking about you right now. Contact us, Mr. Lobo at cinemainsomnia.com. That's MRLOBO @CINEMAINSOMNIA.com. Or support us on Patreon. Patreon supporters get to hear this podcast before anyone else, and a lot of other great stuff, right, Paul?
Sure.
Doesn't get it better than that, right? So come join the fun at
patreon.com/Sleepless Knights Podcast.
That's
patreon.com/Sleepless Knights Podcast.
Please stay up with us next week for another Sleepless Knights Podcast. Or should we say, pODDcast. The best thing about being an insomniac is never having to say goodnight.
Stand by. Working. Stand by.
You're not dreaming. You're listening to the Sleepless Knights Podcast. I'm your humble host, Mr. Lobo, and we are here at OSI HQ, broadcasting live from the Black Knight satellite. And we're talking about doing a podcast. This is the pilot for the podcast. To my right is Mr. Paul Sanders of Bestow TV. Hello, Paul.
I think that's me.
I think that's you too.
Yeah.
Paul is somehow, for some reason, thought it was okay to not wear pants to the studio.
I'm comfortable not wearing pants, you know?
But I'm not comfortable when you're not wearing pants.
It's not about your level of comfort.
It's
I mean,
not?
no, I mean, like, look at all the great directors.